I want to hear man come in with his wickedest bar. I want to hear the tune drop, and I want to see everyone around me gun fingers in the air, going mad, calling for the reload.
I say rewind, you say, and there's no reaction.
I said to her, so what's your thoughts on it? And she said, look, I just wanted to hear the song.
Pull up, pull up, pull up.
You're doing too many, it takes the impact out of when you do it.
I say rewind, you say F off.
So I've got a beard and a hoodie. Are you trying to say that?
You're more of a chav, like. Why does Skepta keep stopping the record?
Yo, I got to bust the flow. I'm like, reload, because I forgot my bars.
He went, no reload.
Pull it up again, bro. Rewind that again, bro.
Play the original, fam.
SaSaSaS show. Best of the best of the best with the very fresh flow.
Yes, and welcome to this week's episode of SaSaSaS podcast. And you know what? Remember, like, subscribe, share, all them things there. Tell a friend. Share the love.
Share the love, man. Just like we're sharing the love to our coats right now, because it's getting the blitz is kicking in. You get me?
Freezing out.
Oh, it's different levels, man. That's why you see man in here with the coats on and all that. Do you know what I mean? Man had their coffee and all that.
We're gonna swap hats in a bit because like that's proper warm.
Oh, this is nice. I'm nice over here, man. But we're gonna warm it up for real, though, man.
So do you know what? This week, I think what we should do is let's talk about reloads. Yeah, they're very, very controversial topic. Reloads, yes or no? Like, you know, when is the right time to reload? Who wants to start?
Well, for me, reloads is like, you know, from where drum and bass jungle started, that is synonymous with the culture. That is a part of the music's essence. That's a part of the music's history. And if you want to retain what the music's all about, and, you know, certain elements of it, whether that be ragga samples, whether that be aim and breaks, whether that be reloads, whether that be MCs in general, then the reload is always going to be a part of the culture going forward. It's like, there is some confusion with it. I remember when there was one of them Red Bull sound clashes, man, and because the media was sort of watching it, the mainstream media, they was like, why does Skepta keep stopping the record?
Yeah.
Because they have no idea.
Didn't they have
it's
a funny
like,
name for it? Didn't they call it something like...
Why does he keep stopping it?
Yeah, I thought it was like, no, it wasn't forward, but it was like, why does he... There was something... Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, there's another word for it.
They use another word for it, innit?
Yeah.
It's probably like middle class kids in certain raves now going, why are they stopping the records?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny.
This is an EDM?
Do you know what? It's funny because I had this conversation with my daughter the other day. She went to an event and she said, oh, I really enjoyed this set from an artist. And
was it drum and bass, jungle?
No, it wasn't actually. It was actually garage.
Okay, yeah.
And she said, the only thing is they kept reloading the songs. Mm-hmm. And she goes, the thing is they kept reloading it at the best part of the song. And it kind of made me sort of start talking to her, well, you know, that's part of our culture and that's what we do. And that's what's always been done from back in the day. But I said to her, so what's your thoughts on it? And she said, look, I just wanted to hear the song. You know what I mean? And she didn't mind. I said to her, so do you hate reloads? And she went, no, I don't mind. She goes, I want to hear the main part of the song. Then if you reload it and start it again, that's fine. But, you know, it was quite interesting. That's what made me sort of like think, should we talk about this? Because like my daughter is of a different generation.
Yeah, a lot of it is generational.
Yeah.
With me, I want to hear that. I need that on a set. I want to hear man come in with his wickedest bar. I want to hear the tune drop, and I want to see everyone around me gun fingers in the air, going mad, calling for the reload.
Yeah, it's crowd reaction at the end of the day. Like it always has been. Back in the day, it was more, I would say, like a DJ would rewind a tune because maybe he loved the tune or it was like a new banger, same sort of thing, but it's always been crowd reaction, like the crowd that's going crazy, like pull up. Like you know, I think it's the same thing in like you know, dancehall, you know what I mean? They mash up the place, they Harlem pull it. Some tunes get pulled up 4 or 5 times. Back in the day, used to get like certain rewinds that was like 4 times one tune.
Well, that was a big thing back in the day. Like, man, tune got reloaded 4 times. You know?
Yeah.
You might see like once or twice, but maybe the old school raves, like the jungle dances and that, like tunes do get pulled up more than once.
More than once?
Yeah,
wow.
man, like certain tunes like Pulp Fiction, and they tear down dances, man.
Yeah.
That's probably the only time I've seen that in the last 10 years.
More like a jungle dance,
like an old school dance, like more than once or twice.
Yeah, because them man would really be repping the culture, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, the only time I saw it on a mainstream level, me and Skibber went to see that Throne tour, Jay-Z and Kanye.
Oh, right, okay.
At the O2. And that Paris tune they got, remember that tune?
Yeah.
Bar so hard. They'd done that tune 15 times.
Oh my
They reloaded it 15 times.
Did it
the
go
tune
off every time?
Every time. Like one more time, bang. Because certain tunes have just got that. And it's timing as well. If that tune is that tune of the moment.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's actually a moment. It's
Yeah.
all about the moment. So if the vibes are just electric and people are just going nuts or whatever, do you know what I mean? It's like, I think that people just want that moment. So, but you don't really see it in drum and bass, like
Well,
as much as jungle.
You know what it is? There's something I want to say talking about the jungle. I used to have this thing, right, where, and you as the MCs can tell me if this is right. And if you've done it, own up. Yeah. But the thing is sometimes I've felt that, like, as a DJ, when I'm playing a song and say an MC spit in a bar and he messes his bar up, what it is, he calls the reload, right?
It does happen.
It's like, yo, I got to bust a flow. I'm like, reload, because I forgot my bars. You know what I mean? And, wait, listen,
It's an easy way out.
It's an easy way out.
If you stumble, it's like, oh, say reload.
All right, next
is
one.
it a thing? Is it a thing?
Yeah, it is a
It
thing.
does happen. It definitely happens,
And
man.
the worst one for an MC, I have to say, put my hands up, is I say rewind, you say, and there's no reaction. You understand what I'm saying?
Bruv, that
Or
has
the
to be very rare.
Or the DJ looks at you and just was like he's mixing, or he just carries on mixing. He don't even
Sometimes when man are in the mix, I get that. Let them mix, innit? You get
I've
me?
had to do that a couple of times. I'm like, no, because I know what it is. I tell you what, let me explain that from my perspective.
Yeah.
Is I can think of one particular time when you did it. It was at Puckle Pop, actually.
Yeah, he's on it.
Yeah. No. But what it is we just dropped a tune. The crowd went mad, but I knew the next track was going to have a big breakdown in it.
Yeah.
So what I didn't want to do was like reload it, start the track again, and then the next one goes into another breakdown. Because if you have too many breakdowns, it can kind of be a little bit draggy. Does that make sense?
No, I get that. That makes total sense, man. Like sometimes you call for a reload, DJ goes, you can tell he's in the mix. Let him do his thing and let the music roll for a bit, because obviously he's got his plan set, what he's doing.
Yeah.
He knows where he wants to take it musically. So that interruption could be a hindrance as opposed to a big moment. Do you know what I mean?
I think certain tunes get their rewind on their own. And then certain MCs' lyrics get the rewind.
Yeah.
But when you combine them both together, sometimes it's madness.
Crazy.
And it's like certain times as well when man are playing a new tune, or especially in the dubplate culture, when you never heard something before, and it's like, whoa, you want to hear that again.
Yeah, definitely.
But I have heard like more, I'm not going to name no names, but certain MCs have been telling me they're going to do certain sets where it's a bit more hosty and a bit less barry, and they're being told no reloads.
Yeah.
They're being told.
Really?
Someone actually told me that once, man. I done a set, it was more of a different style of drum and bass and all that, so I proper held it down throughout the thing. About the last 10 minutes, he played a jump up tune, place went mad, as it always does for jump up. Shout out to my jump up heads, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? The place goes absolutely crazy. So I've called for the I've not done one reload. This is 50 minutes in.
Yeah.
I said, oh, reload. And the crowd all screaming for the reload. Like, you're, as a DJ, you're looking at the crowd, they want the reload.
Yeah.
He went, no reloads.
No way.
You know who you are.
Listen, enter your comments below who you think that might be. Sorry, man, don't lie anyone up.
No.
But listen, just defending the DJs, I think it's definitely a case of you have to, as a DJ, you have to read the crowd. Because, you know, like sometimes like the thing is, it's quite weird because it's such a part of our culture, but it can be so divisive at the same time. It's sort of like, you know, people are going mad and, do you know what I mean? So as a DJ, we're always like trying to second guess. Should we not? Are we going to upset half the crowd and keep the other half happy? And
I guess
it's kind of a bit politics, really.
No, it could be like they just program their mix and they don't want to rewind it. And it's like, listen, it's all programmed, like they're just standing there going like that.
Right,
no,
so do you know what? We're going to diverse a little bit, but
Go on then.
Do you think that's a bad thing? Because MCs write their lyrics. And let me explain. I always remember one time LTJ Bookham said to me years ago, he went to me, he goes, do you plan your set? And I was like, no. And he went, why? And I said, what do you mean? And he went, well, do professional footballers practice all week, like before they go and do their game on a Saturday, or do they just turn up and play? And I was like, right, I didn't really think of it like that, because it's true. What he's doing is he was practicing and getting everything planned. I mean, practice plan, same thing, you know what I mean? He was kind of practicing, right, this goes with this, da-da-da. So from years, he was on that.
I think if like, you know, I think the DJs that play very technical and do these, you know, 3-dip mixes and that, of course they have to practice that to get that right for the weekend. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just a standard thing to do, I guess. Do you know what I mean? It's the same way as me and Shabs will sit there and listen to our bars so we can learn them.
Well, that's
otherwise,
what I was going to say.
You know, we're just going to have the same material every week.
Because you lot will have to write the bars and then memorize them. So you're kind of, I'm not planning, but it is planning.
You don't know what you're going to do.
Yeah, crowd reaction. Like if you blatantly spit in a bar and the tune's going, but the crowd don't want the rewind, you should know that. like there's signals and signs. I think DJs and MCs can follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like if you just try and force it, then that's when it's like a problem.
It is, man. I think it is what you said about judging the crowd.
Yeah.
Because even if you plan your set right, but you go there and whatever you're playing is deading out that crowd, and you think this crowd might want some jungle, you know, it's a bit of an older crowd, whatever else, or these crowd they've all got beards and hoodies on, they might want some neuro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You might have to switch it up. You get me? So like, it is watching the crowd.
So I've got a beard and a hoodie. Are you trying to say that?
You're more of a chav, like Chelsea boys and all that. You know what I mean? Down the lamb and flag.
It only took X amount of minutes to bring football into it.
How is the lamb and flag at the moment? Is it good? The lamb and flag, you're local. No, I'm joking, man. It's still good.
By the way, guys, I don't drink, so I don't go to pubs. Like, do you know what? We don't want to diverse too much. We're talking about reloads, but you know, pubs, man. What's going on, man? They're becoming a dying thing. I was talking to my dad about it the other day. He said to me, he went, if I got offered a pub to own and run now, just decline it. And I was like, what? My dad loves a pub.
Yeah,
I think pubs, like, boy, it's just not the same anymore, innit? I think like that when they stopped smoking in pubs as well, that killed it. Because people like to have a beer and a fag or whatever.
Well, it's like they go hand in hand, don't they?
I'm not saying that's probably a good thing they did stop it, and it's more like
your clothes used to stink, man, when you come back from pubs and comes back in the day. Yeah, it's awful.
Oh, mate, that's so mad. Do you remember when the smoking ban first come into clubs and everyone was just like, I'm not. They're all standing there on stage smoking, and it was like
people still do that.
A few years. Yeah, but it was a few years before. Now it's frowned upon. Oh my
smoke.
God, are you smoking?
Right.
Are you smoking?
Yeah, it's
but I tell you what, my clothes fresh the next day. Anyway, let's go back to reloads, because like, you know, I just, you know what, look, the thing is I
just want to make a point as well. I think it does depend on the music that's being played, like, because there's so many different styles of drum and bass now, man. You know what I mean? We spoke about it before, all the different styles, and I like all the different styles. You know what I mean? So it kind of depends what style you're playing. A jump up thing is going to get reloads. Reloads will get, sorry, not reloads. The roller stuff might get reloads. Do you know what I mean? Jungle will definitely get reloads. The vocal tunes, like if you play an original nutter, maybe if you're playing sort of Hybrid Minds and Lensman, it's not so reloadable.
Some DJs just stop it.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the music. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. And some DJs just stop it. Like if they feel like they want to stop it and it's going off and there's a vibe. But I get it with the more liquidy things and other sorts of styles of D&B, it probably don't suit that as much. Than hearing a hard tune like, oh, it's going off. You know what I mean? Like people listen to music in different ways. Do you know what I mean? When they're chilling or, you know, even at a rave, some people don't even like to listen to MCs. They listen to the music. So I get it, like when it's flowing or whatever, but definitely the music as well. It makes it. It's a big part of it.
So the thing is, right? So are you like? So you're a yes?
What, for Rewind?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're talking about, you know, being a fan of that and enjoying the reloads, as I like it as a consumer, as well as being on stage and getting that energy to pull it back. I will say that, like, you know, if you overdo it, it's not a good look. You know what I'm saying? Because like we've all been guilty of it before, getting really excited on the set and wheeling back too many tunes. And sometimes I have to check myself and be like, right, I've reloaded 3 tunes on this set. I don't want to do what we call a reload fest. Do you know what I mean? Because it takes the impact out of the reload then. If you're doing too many, it takes the impact out of when you do it.
Yeah, I like to get rewinds. Me personally, like I like there's certain tunes that I love spitting over. And when I hear them tunes, I'm just like, yo, rewind that. So, you know what I mean? Because I like the intro.
Yeah.
But then a DJ would do a funny thing. And then like play halfway through the tune and cut in another tune. Do you get me? And I'm like, yo, where's the intro?
Okay, so you know, like we'll talk about if a tune drops, you reload. Have you ever reloaded a bar that you've done a bar and you're like, nah, this is sick? So for example,
Shabba's got a lyric about that.
Oh, is it?
He says loads of his bars, hasn't he? He said that's a reload.
That was a tune with Terror Danger and Dirty Dogs and Badness.
What is it?
It's called it's called Rewind. It was called Reload.
Wicked, man. I need to go check that.
Yeah, that's out there. That was one of the first
new
thing.
thing?
No,
that would have been a while ago, man. Shout out to Terror Danger all day, man.
Yeah, big up Terror Danger, big up them guys there. Yeah, we did a tune called Rewind back in the day. It was and that's a rewind, born and me grow and me say that's a rewind. That was my lyric, but he did the actual chorus on it.
Okay.
But yeah, so it was like back in the day, like he said, it's been a thing from years. And I remember before, like you never used to say, I say rewind, you say, like, you should say, who wanna reload?
Who say reload?
Like, just make some noise, and the crowd was, like back in the day.
So you judge it off the noise as well.
That's
if the crowd said it, like, all right, cool, we'll keep it moving if you ain't making no noise. It's just a crowd reaction.
Crowd reaction. Like, even when I was raving to GQ and that, like, AWOL and Fearless and them, man, back in the days, like, it was never who say reload? And the crowd just go, ah, like it was that crowd reaction. Do you know? So they was like conducting whatever happened. Do you know what I mean? But
so what I'm saying is,
changed, obviously.
You see when you do say that lyric you've got, which is a massive crowd. Don't take Dizzle, and the whole crowd go, don't take, you know what I mean? Like, so if you'd done that and like the whole place is like doing it, would you like call a reload? It doesn't matter if they were playing even just.
Yeah, I have done for moments, but then. Like you just get the sing along back, and it depends on the vibe. Like if you've done it, or it has been bare rewinds already. Like we have to read it just as much as you guys.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And that's what's the thing about the. You know, it's like I said, it's always been a crowd reaction. Whether they're saying I say rewind, you say F off, or power, or now, or do you know what I'm saying? Or stop it, or whatever they're gonna say. But it's just changed the format. But I think it still boils down to crowd reaction. What the people want. Like you said, if you say. I say rewind and no one don't say nothing. I've seen that happen loads of times. Do you know what I mean? Like people like forcing the rewind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've even seen it in the crowd before. People like you've done it. To me, I'm gonna let this one ride, innit? You know what I mean? But they're kind of like, no.
Yeah, pull up.
And they're putting their phones up. Pull up the tune.
Yeah,
We're going like, bro, we've done like too many. Like the DJ's gonna get pissed off
and
in a minute.
It can mash up the vibes. It can mash up the vibe. Or it's
a balance, isn't it?
It can bring the vibes.
Yeah.
If
It's
there's
a
no
balance.
vibes in the dance, couple rewinds and the crowds is like, whoa, you know what I mean?
All right, so let me ask
Controversial,
you, as
bro.
an MC, if you call a reload and the DJ don't do it, do you take offence? I'll tell you why. I'll say it because Wiser was on set with us recently, and she called a reload, and afterwards she said to me, "Oh, did you?" She goes like, "Oh, I felt like no." She didn't say she was embarrassed. She goes like, "Oh, I thought you were annoyed." That's what she said. I thought you were annoyed with me for calling a reload. I went, I couldn't hear.
Sometimes it's
I
that,
actually
innit?
did not hear her.
Sometimes
say
it's
it.
definitely that.
Yeah, but would you? So let's say, for example, you call it. Would you? And they.
It's definitely happened to me more than flipping 50 times in my career.
Yeah.
So
So
you know what I
would
mean?
you-
I say back DJs are just like and they just want to roll on.
Yeah.
Or there has been a couple times in the earlier days I forced it or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So I learned that, but I ain't gonna do that again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But at the same
But would
time,
you get the ump if they didn't do it?
No, I don't get that. I just think it's a power thing. Sometimes I'm on certain sets with certain different man. I'm just like, like if I call for the rewind and they ain't rewinding, I'm like, all right, that's your little bit of power.
Yeah, but you know what Shotta does? He just goes up.
No, I don't do that. Well, I've probably done it. I feel comfortable enough to do it with you. But I see Foxy do that a few times. Shout to Fox, man. Man would jump over the ting, pull it back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Some things, I mean, when it's bound for the rewind, bound for the rewind. But when it's bound for the rewind, then you just have to rewind it.
Do you know? I thought that lyric was down for the reload.
No, it's bound for the reload.
Yeah, well, I thought it was down for the. It's like that. That tune, the Pied Piper one. And I used to think it go iron up. No, it says iron up. It's not. He's saying high up my.
Yeah.
But it was only Piper told me. I said, you know that tune you've done, iron up style. I said, does that mean it only really
That's
works
melody
in
that
iron
does
up?
that.
But he went, no, he's not saying that. He's saying high up my. And I was like, okay, I stand corrected.
Yeah. And I think it's interesting you mentioned garage because obviously, the grime man and garage man grew up listening to jungle as well. And a lot of the jungle man grew up listening to like Bashment and Stone Love tapes and things like that where the reload was such an integral part of it. So a lot of it could be generational.
Yeah.
It's if you want to retain it or if you want to kind of
That's
put that to the side
controversial
now
as
and
well
move
because
on.
that bar was actually 5-0's bar, bruv.
Which one?
That I can tell you as an
Which
MC
one?
that I say rewind, you say rewind, they say bow or whatever it is.
That's another part of the tune, right?
Yeah, that was when I say rewind, you say rewind. I don't know what it is. Yeah, that's it. I say make some music. That was actually old school 5-0 bar.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Man, just updated it and push it on the garage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's no different to when Scooter took Skibbity's bar. Do you remember?
That was mad.
What was the bar? It was Skibber Danger.
I believe he even put his name in the tune. That's how bait it was.
Yeah, Skibber Danger.
But that's been going on from time, man. If you do your history, like Rapper's Delight, one of the first big rap tunes was actually, all the lyrics were taken from a group called Cold Crush Brothers who just put tapes out.
Really?
But that was because that one got to vinyl and it got out there, it became the first big hit. But the guy was literally a bouncer in a club where these men were just performing their bars.
Oh, wow.
So the bouncer heard the lyrics, went and threw it, and everyone knows it with the hip, the hop, the hibbit, the hibbit to the hip hop. Man never wrote them bars. It's all
serious?
Cold Crash Brothers, Grandmaster Caz, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
It's the
There you go,
music
bit of
game,
history.
innit? It's the music game. Yeah, I suppose you got to keep on top of your shit, man. Like,
Yeah.
just run off for your shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So basically, you two are for yeses.
Yeah.
Like, I think yes when the
In its
time
place,
is
isn't it?
right,
I'm not silly, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't want to come on there and do 30 reloads and ruin the vibes and just because I want to reload every tune or ever want to reload my bars. You know what sometimes happens as well? Man's going in so hard as an MC. Other MCs will reload because they love the bar, innit?
Yeah.
I would do that. Come on, stop. Like when he does certain lyrics, I have to pull the tune, innit? Like, come pull it. And everyone's feeling that same. If everyone in the room is on that vibe, then it's a yes. If people don't want to hear them, I'm not going to do them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? One or two.
Yeah. So like we have a resounding yes from everyone.
Yeah.
Like, when we go rampage, we don't do rewind.
No.
That's a good point.
So we plan it out. We say no rewinds today, so we understand that.
Yeah, because it's not really their thing.
We'll be like, yo, pull up that, but you know what?
Yeah.
We just know we can't. So
Well, the thing is, again, it's like it's like us playing our role in entertaining people and choosing the right time. And as much as like, you know, we can look at the Rampage crowd going absolutely crazy, but we know they just want to be in that moment there. You know,
what about as well as DJs, sorry to cut you there, what about DJs that rewind, or producers and DJs that rewind their tunes because it's their tune?
That definitely happens.
That happens.
Yeah.
It's like us as an MC, like we might have a new lyric and think, right, like I want to try and bust this one or whatever, but it's kind of different with the MC. But with the DJ's tune, they're just thinking, you know what, pull up that. I want to hear that one again.
That happens a lot because I always say, who's that? And they'll go, hey, me, man.
Mighty.
Yeah.
So it's good little points still.
Yeah, that's true. Do you know what? I'm trying to think. I'm sure that we've reloaded. Well, we have reloaded our own songs, but I think it
makes sense for us to do that.
I would more wait on you guys to feed that.
Yeah, but they're all
back.
bangers, isn't it? So
of course,
you get what I mean. So if a tune's a banger, it's a banger.
Yeah.
But there's different sides to that as well. I just think it's good promotion as well for a DJ to do that. Do you know what I mean? Pull up the tune and man.
Pull up. So what's the limit then of how many times a DJ can pull his own song up? Yeah.
Again, I think it goes down to like the point we've made a couple of times. It is how the room is feeling.
All right,
if the crowd is calling for a lot of reloads, you're going to get a lot of reloads.
Okay, all right, so let me throw something in here, yeah? And I've done this, so that's why I'll ask it. So let's say we do a double drop. We're playing like Desire and we mix in, like say the track Mackie and I done with Fresh. The plays goes off. Wanna something. I can't remember the bloody name. It's terrible. I can't remember the name of my own song. Anyway, the place goes mad. You lot call a reload. Then when the drop comes back in, I play another drop. Does that piss you off? Because remember, you've reloaded the original song.
Sometimes it does because you want to spit on that tune. And it's like, I was looking forward to that. But still, I like the fact that you've switched it on the crowd and they're suddenly hearing something that they wasn't expecting. So then they go madder than hearing the thing they was going to hear.
It has to be better than that drop.
No pressure.
Can't be no pressure. It can't be like a flopper thing. You get me?
You can't be dropping no floppers,
like,
man.
Bring that one back. I'll pull it up again, bro. Rewind that again, bro.
Play the original, fam. Right, listen, you know what? Like, look, I think we've talked about reloads as much as we can. I want to quickly dive into something else while we're here. We want to hear your comments on what you think. Rewinds, yes or no? Yes, why? We want to hear why. No, we want to hear why. Remember to like, subscribe, share, let everyone know about the podcast.
SaSaSaS, beats and bars, fresh. Don't know we're heavy. The best of the best of the best. So awesome if they're ready. Yes. SaSaSaS, beats and bars, fresh. Don't know we're heavy. The best of the best of the best. So awesome if they're ready. Yes.